Okay, it's live.
All right, hello everyone. We are We Care because you matter and we care. So, my name is Robert Cassio.
I'm Michael Steinley.
I'm Jan Hansen.
And just to tell you a little bit about before what we're going to get into, TJX, did you know that the average parent looking for daycare is willing to spend a college tuition's worth of money for their daycare for their child? Now, we're going to show you how we could turn that college tuition into TJX revenues. Here's how.
All right, so we'll be open roughly same time as TJX will open, and we'll close about 2 hours beforehand, just so we can clean up and everything, so we can desanitize and before the kids come back tomorrow. Because cleanliness is a big issue in daycares. So one of the big issues in our survey results were people saying no were security and cleanliness. So we'll be have employees stay after and clean the entire facility every single day, just so we have no diseases between children. Security wise, we'll have background checks on all employees with training. We'll have one entrance and exit, just so we don't lose track of kids. Parents will have to come in, sign a waiver, and we'll photocopy their driver's license, get down the emergency contact and their phone number, just in case we cannot reach the parent. We will also have security cameras inside, just so no one is walking off with a child. We'll be located in Brookline, the TJX store in Brookline, just to test it out first. And we're really targeting parents who want a more relaxed shopping experience.
So this is like the main this is what a We Care Center will look like. So as you can see, it's divided in 4 different areas, such as the arts and craft and the McDonald's playground area, this McDonald's style playground area. And we also will have a storage, because we all know babies have a lot of stuff. And as you can see, we'll have a worker at an entrance and an exit desk, so that therefore it's much more secure and every kid is taken care of. And also we'll have workers monitoring the play areas and the arts and crafts areas from their desks in the middle. So a daycare center will be approximately 700 square feet, which will translate to, of course, a profit revenue loss for that area in a TJX store, but we will show you in the financials that we will make up for that.
Okay, so our value to TJX first involves the fact that We Care is a free service, which brings in a lot of new parents to come in and use our daycare and also purchase items inside the store. Also, We Care provides a strong educational environment for the kids that we serve, which is a very good thing for TJX to promote, because it improves their social responsibility, it improves their image in the public eye, and kids are also very loyal consumers, so them liking TJX from a young age encourages them to come back later in life. In regards to the consumer, if you're a consumer with a young kid who values a stress-free shopping experience, then our daycare could help your entire family. We're also a complimentary service to TJX customers, as I said before, and we provide a clean learning environment for children without the distraction of screens, which are overwhelming in this day and age.
Right, and We Care is a unique complementary daycare that focuses on strengthening the intellect and social ability of the children that we serve. And we very much value this, because we want the best for the kids, and parents are also going to have a worry-free, stress-free shopping experience as well.
All right, so market analysis. We are going from about 229 million people in the US that are around the age of having kids. So from those people, we have about 124 million parents in the US who were, if we had all the resources, we'd be targeting. It's our serviceable market. From our survey results, about 90 million of those parents would trust the TJX daycare, or it'll be a yes or maybe. And for right now, we're targeting around 100,000 parents at the Brookline store. Not just the people in Brookline, the parents, but also in the surrounding area, because in places like Brighton or Alston, the Brookline location is their closest TJ Maxx location, so we'll also be targeting them. So from that, if say of those 100,000 parents, if they were to spend $10 more in the store just from the daycare, that'd be a $1 million increase in revenue. So that's over 33% of TJX revenue for that store. The daycare industry is growing from about $340 billion to $520 billion by 2022. So for our survey results, 73% said yes or maybe, and from those maybes or no's, the biggest concern was security, which we talked about beforehand, and trust with the daycare. So the average age of parents is really 33 to 45 from our survey results, who have young kids, and we're going with kids from about 1 to 10. So for competition, why we're better, we have a complementary daycare that enriches education and limits screen time for the child, because now in day and age, kids are so focused on the screen that it's hard to get them off and out into the regular world without it. But IKEA, they do 60 minutes of free playtime, but people usually spend more than 60 minutes in IKEA looking around because there's so much to look at, so much that you can get. So it really limits the time the parent can be in there, while we don't put a time limit on how long the child can be there. So the parents don't have to feel rushed while they're shopping. Kroger, I don't know if you all know what that is. It's a grocery store, not located everywhere, but it's pretty popular. They have a kid play area that only serves up to 10 kids maximum, and they've been having problems where they can't fit like all the kids. So if the mom wants to do that and there's already reached the 10 kid maximum, she can't. So it doesn't really give her that stress-free shopping there. But back to WeCare, so opportunity is that there are few daycares in retail corporations, and that no one really limits screen time or improves education, because they just think of it as we just need to distract the kids while the parents shop, but we're really factoring in an enriching experience for the kids and for the parents. The biggest threat for everyone is security and cleanliness, because obviously you don't want someone losing a kid or anything like that, but daycares are most known for giving children diseases. Like, for a personal example, my nephew just got hand, foot, and mouth disease from going to daycare.
Wow.
And they didn't want him to send him to daycare anymore, so that really hurts your reputation when something like that happens. So we're really focused on those two areas.
Okay, so for the financials of our company, in the first 3 months, we incur roughly $31,000 in startup costs. The way we're funding our operation is by collecting 20% of the increase in the Brookline store's revenue. It'll be collected by the corporate headquarters, though. Our company is profitable by the end of year 2. We start making money, and we pay off our loans in the 3rd year. Our employee wage expense is around $220,000, but that doesn't start incurring until the end of the 1st year.
Yeah, so here's just a little example of our supply chain. So then the supply's in the middle, and then it will branch off. And we made sure to have at minimum 2 suppliers for each. This is a little more detailed. So for our suppliers, what we're going to base it on is we're going to find our best price, the best time of arrival, and the quality. That is our number 1 goal. And if all the factors, if we're needing time, it's okay to make, a supplement and use the other supplier. For acquiring it, so when the supply runs low, we'll do a direct order. We actually will have a system that tells us when our supply is low in our storage section, so it'll make it very easy to just manually just order from the suppliers. The process, like I said just before, the system, upon arrival, we'll update it into our system, which shows the quantity of the supplies and everything. And then for the storage, which on the diagram that we showed you before, we have the storage area, which will fit everything.
So as we are a startup company, we will obviously need advertising, and this is how we will do it. First of all, we will do localized Facebook ads for Facebook users in the greater Boston area. And then since a lot of parents in Brookline commute to Boston for work, we plan to have a billboard ad for the first opening 3 months, which will therefore make us very noticeable. And then we'll have in-store advertising in like other TJX stores in Boston, and we will also have online advertisements such as mommy bloggers in the Boston area, because as we know, a lot of new moms like to go to the internet for children advice, I guess. And now we're talking about human resources. We are the 4 members, the 4 founders of WeCare, and we, as you can see, we all graduated from Northeastern, have experience in different fields, and we will all be in charge of different things at WeCare. In terms of the daycare, we will always have 4 employees present, which means that, and we will have 2 shifts, so we will have 8 employees in all. They will all earn a salary of $16 an hour, but we will always have a manager present, which will be the person at the desk, at the entrance desk. We plan to give the employees a 15% discount on items at the TJX store they work in. And of course, employees must meet all of our requirements, such as a minimum high school diploma, and pass all of our background checks.
So, to just wrap it up quickly, TJX, if you were to hop on board, together we can transfer the college tuition of daycare, which is actually a $140,000 value after the 4 years, into the TJX revenues. So, is there any questions?